So until now, we've injected JavaScript, SQL, and XPath code into legitimate data. Now, it may also be possible to inject different languages. So another popular injection type is PHP code injection. So PHP code can be injected into a program or script from some outside source. So the added code is part of the application itself with the same permissions as the application. Now, imagine the consequences with that. So in BWAP, there's also an example for this attack. So you want to have a look and see how it works? Open your browser and log into BWAP. And from the menu above, choose PHP code injection. And just like it says, this is just a test page that reflects your message. So if you click here, it writes the phrase test below, and the data transmits over the URL. So view the page source, and here's a part containing the link. The message parameter in the URL has a default value, test. All right, so now I'm going to check here. I'm going to check into something and see how the link doesn't change, but the value below is changed to something. Okay, so I think that what we type here in the message parameter is reflected back to us. Okay, so now I'm going to add here a semicolon, and then I'll observe how the application behaves. So it doesn't print the semicolon. So let's see, maybe it escaped or it's interpreted in the back end. So you can also add a piece of PHP code after, echo something, and hit enter. Well, isn't that super? It executes. Okay, so delete the echo function and write PHP info. Well, that executes as well. So that's perfect. We can execute PHP code now on the back end. So PHP has several functions to execute operating system commands. System command is only one of them. So we discover the OS is Linux. So print working directory. And it shows BWAP's directory. So somehow we are able to run commands on an operating system. But we don't display the content of the magic file because it's not a real hack, right? And I mean, that's good because this is the content of the password file. So now it's a hack. Okay, so let's move on with burp and enable Foxy Proxy and then refresh the page. Open burp, and I just intercepted it to use repeater. So send it to the repeater and let it go. And here's a request. So send it. It executes again. So now I'm going to delete from here the file name, and let's have a look, see where the netcat binary is, which NC. Now, due to URL encoding, I'll use the URL encoded values of spaces and quotes. So I'll send it. Netcat is here under the bin directory. So now I'm going to use netcat to open a reverse shell on bbox. I open the decoder tab, and I'm going to paste the reverse netcat shell here. Now this line of commands will help us to communicate over another channel with bbox. And encode as URL. Copy this long output and paste it instead of this payload. And then before sending the request, open the terminal and make sure that netcat is listening. And it can't listen without a port. So let's add 4443. then go back to repeater and send. So, as you can see, there's nothing on the right side because of the execution of reverse shell commands. So, go to terminal, and here's a session. bbox connects back to Kali, and you can type Linux commands now. uname -a, it is bbox. So this type of shell is a little bit weird. So now if you write this line of Python, you will get a shell-like bash shell. And yeah, I think it's good. So you can type some commands. Yeah, it is cool. So, okay, overall, that's how we use a PHP code injection and also create a reverse shell.